My beloved child, stop what you are doing right now. Put down your phone, close the other tabs, silence the noise around you, because what I am about to tell you will change the trajectory of your entire existence. And you need to hear every single word with complete attention. Something has shifted in the spiritual realm within the last few hours. I am not speaking metaphorically. I am not using poetic language to make you feel good. I am telling you a concrete, undeniable truth. The atmosphere around your life has been altered by my direct intervention, and the effects of this shift will begin manifesting in your physical reality within the next 72 hours. You have been waiting for this moment, though you may not have known exactly what you were waiting for. You have felt it in your spirit, that restless stirring, that unexplainable sense that something is about to break open. You have had dreams that felt too vivid to be mere dreams. You have experienced moments of sudden peace in the middle of chaos, or sudden conviction in the middle of comfort. These were not random occurrences. These were my fingerprints on your consciousness, preparing you for what I am doing right now. I want you to understand something that most people never grasp. I do not move randomly. I do not act on impulse. Every single thing I do is calculated, timed, and orchestrated with precision that would make the most complex symphony look simple. And right now, at this exact moment in history, I have positioned you at the convergence point of multiple timelines, multiple purposes, and multiple promises that I made to you before you were even born. You have been in a season of waiting, and it has felt long. It has felt cruel at times. You have watched others receive what you prayed for. You have seen doors open for people who seemed less qualified, less dedicated, less deserving. And in your darkest moments, you have wondered if I forgot about you. You have questioned whether your faithfulness mattered. You have even considered giving up on the dreams I planted in your heart because the delay seemed to prove they were foolish. But I need you to hear this with absolute clarity. Every single day of that waiting was necessary. Every closed door was my protection. Every delay was my preparation. Every disappointment was my redirection. I was not punishing you. I was not testing your patience for entertainment. I was positioning pieces on a board that you cannot see, arranging circumstances that involve people you have not met yet, timing events that require precise alignment across multiple lives and multiple locations. And now that alignment has occurred, let me tell you what is happening in the spiritual realm right now. Even as you read these words, there are angels that have been assigned to your life since birth, and they have been waiting for this specific moment to execute assignments they have carried for years. Some of them are opening doors that have been locked by the enemy's interference. Some of them are removing people from your path who would have derailed your destiny. Some of them are bringing people toward you who carry pieces of your future in their hands. Some of them are going before you into rooms you will enter next week, next month, preparing the hearts of people you will need to meet. This is not symbolic language. This is operational reality in the dimension you cannot see, but that controls everything you can see. In the next 72 hours, you are going to notice things. Small things at first, a text message from someone you have not heard from in months, and that message will contain information you need. An unexpected opportunity that seems too good to be true, but it is not too good. It is exactly what I have prepared for you. A sudden idea that drops into your mind with such clarity that you will know it did not come from your own thinking. A chance encounter that seems coincidental but is actually a divine appointment I scheduled before time began. Pay attention to these things. Do not dismiss them as luck or coincidence. I do not operate in coincidence. Everything that happens to you from this moment forward is loaded with purpose. But I need to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. This shift I am bringing into your life will require you to change. Not because you are broken, but because where I am taking you requires a different version of you. The habits that got you through the wilderness will not work in the promised land. The mindset that helped you survive will not help you thrive. The relationships that comforted you in your season of waiting may not be able to walk with you into your season of fulfillment. This is going to be hard for you to accept because you are loyal. You do not like leaving people behind. You feel guilty when you outgrow relationships. But I need you to understand something. I love those people as much as I love you, and I have plans for them too. But their plan is not your plan. Their timing is not your timing. And if you try to drag them into a season they are not ready for, you will hurt both them and yourself. So in the coming weeks, you are going to feel a natural separation happening. People who used to call you every day will suddenly go quiet. Friends who always wanted to hang out will suddenly be busy. This is not rejection. This is my grace, creating space for what is coming next. Do not chase these relationships. Do not feel abandoned. Bless them and release them, knowing that I am making room for the divine connections that are about to enter your life. And when those new connections come, they will feel different. These people will not drain you. They will energize you. They will not question your vision. They will expand it. They will not compete with you. They will collaborate with you. You will recognize them by the ease of the connection. By the way, conversations flow without effort. By the way, you feel more like yourself around them, not less. Now let me speak to your finances, because I know this is an area where you have struggled and where you have felt my silence most acutely. You have been faithful with the little I gave you. You have tithed even when it hurt. You have given even when you needed. You have trusted me with your provision, even when your bank account screamed that I was not trustworthy. And I have seen every single sacrifice. I have recorded every single act of obedience, and I am about to release a financial shift in your life that will seem disproportionate to your effort. Money is going to start flowing toward you from directions you did not even know existed. Not because you worked harder, but because you finally entered the season where the seeds you planted years ago have reached full maturity. You are going to receive an unexpected check in the mail. You are going to get a refund you were not expecting. Someone is going to pay you back a debt you had written off. You are going to get a job offer with a salary that seems too high. You are going to have a business idea that takes off faster than anything you have tried before. And in all of this, you need to remember this is not luck. This is harvest. This is the return on faithfulness that seemed to produce nothing for years. But here is what I need you to do with this increase. Do not hoard it. Do not suddenly start living like you are rich and forget that I am the source. The moment you start trusting the money more than you trust me, I will have to teach you that lesson again, and you do not want to go back to that classroom. Instead, increase your giving in proportion to your increase. Let generosity flow through you like a river, not like a reservoir. When you do this, you create a cycle that never stops. I give to you, you give to others. I give to you even more, you give to others even more. This is how my economy works. It is the opposite of the world's economy, where people hoard to feel secure. In my economy, you give to create security because your security is not in what you have. Your security is in who you know, and you know the God who owns everything. Now let me address your calling, because this shift is not just about your comfort, it is about your purpose. You have been called to something specific, and you have known it for years. But you have been afraid to fully step into it. You have made excuses. You have said you are not ready, not qualified, not educated enough, not connected enough, not old enough, not young enough. You have built a fortress of reasons why you cannot do what I have called you to do. But I did not ask for your qualifications. I asked for your availability. I did not ask for your perfection. I asked for your obedience, and the shift that is happening right now is removing your excuses one by one. The door you said was closed is opening. The person you said you needed to meet is being brought into your path. The resource you said you lacked is being provided. The skill you said you did not have is being downloaded into your spirit even now. In the next 30 days, you are going to have a moment of clarity about your purpose that is so strong, so undeniable, that you will not be able to ignore it anymore. And in that moment, you are going to have to make a choice. Will you step into it afraid? Or will you wait until you feel ready and miss the moment entirely? I am telling you now, you will never feel ready. Readiness is not a feeling. Readiness is a decision. And the decision has to be made in the moment of opportunity, not in the comfort of preparation. So when that moment comes, and you will know it when it comes, say yes before your fear has time to build a case against it. Your voice is about to be amplified. What you say in small rooms is about to be heard in large auditoriums. What you post online is about to reach people in nations you have never visited. What you create in private is about to be displayed in public. And this is going to feel overwhelming at first, because you are not used to being seen. You have been hidden for so long that visibility feels dangerous. But I need you to understand. I hid you to protect you, not to punish you. You were not ready for the exposure you wanted 5 years ago. If I had given you the platform then that I am giving you now, it would have destroyed you. The character you have now was forged in the hiddenness. The humility you carry now was shaped in the obscurity. And now that you have been properly prepared, I can trust you with influence. So do not shrink back when the spotlight comes. Do not apologize for taking up space. Do not dim your light to make insecure people comfortable. Shine with the full intensity I created you to carry, and let the people who are supposed to find you be drawn to that light. There is also something I need to warn you about, and I tell you this not to scare you but to prepare you. The enemy has noticed the shift too. He knows what I am doing in your life, and he is going to make one last desperate attempt to stop it. In the next few weeks, you might experience an attack that feels overwhelming. It might come through your health, through a relationship, through your finances, through your emotions. It might be a sudden crisis that seems to come out of nowhere. When this happens, and I am telling you it will happen, do not panic. Do not think you did something wrong. Do not think I abandoned you. This attack is not a sign that you are off course. It is a sign that you are exactly on course, and the enemy is terrified of what you are about to become. Stand firm. Speak my word out loud. Remind the enemy and remind yourself that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Declare that you are covered by my blood, surrounded by my angels, and sealed by my spirit. Do not give the attack more attention than it deserves. Acknowledge it, rebuke it, and keep moving forward. And here is what is going to happen. The very attack that was meant to stop you is going to become the testimony that launches you. The crisis that was meant to break you is going to become the story that heals others. The warfare that was meant to silence you is going to become the message that sets captives free. Because I specialize in turning the enemy's weapons into your tools. My child, I am bringing you into a season that you have dreamed about, but could not quite imagine. It is going to be better than you hoped and harder than you expected, because anything worth having requires something from you. But I will be with you every single step. When you do not know what to say, I will give you words. When you do not know where to go, I will light the path. When you do not have strength, I will carry you. All I ask is that you trust me completely, not partially, not conditionally. Not when it makes sense, trust me when it does not make sense. Trust me when everyone else says you are crazy. Trust me when your bank account says I am a liar. Trust me when your circumstances contradict my promises. Because my promises are not based on your circumstances. My promises create your circumstances. The shift has happened. The door is open. Your season has changed. Now walk through it with your head high and your faith higher. This is your time. This is your moment. This is what you were born for. But now, my child, I must tell you something else. Something that will determine whether you can sustain what I am about to give you. Because blessing without wisdom leads to destruction, and elevation without preparation leads to a fall. Listen carefully, because this is just as important as everything I have already said. As I look at the path ahead of you, I see something that concerns me. I see a weakness in your foundation that, if not addressed now, will become a crack that threatens everything I am building in your life. You are about to step into a level of influence and responsibility you have never known. But your body, your temple, is not ready for it. And I need you to understand something crucial. You cannot carry what I am giving you in a broken vessel. Right now, even as we speak, your body is showing signs of strain that you have been ignoring. You have been pushing yourself beyond healthy limits, running on ambition and adrenaline, telling yourself you will rest when you achieve the next goal. But the next goal keeps moving, and the rest never comes. And slowly, quietly, your body is breaking down. I designed your body to be my dwelling place, a sacred temple where my spirit lives and moves, but you have been treating it like a machine, expecting it to perform endlessly without care, without proper fuel, without adequate rest. You stay up too late scrolling through distractions. You eat whatever is convenient rather than what is nourishing. You sit for hours without movement. You carry stress in your shoulders, anxiety in your chest, and unforgiveness in your gut. And all of these things are creating a toxic environment inside the very temple I inhabit. And here is what I need you to hear. Within the next several weeks, If you do not make changes, your body is going to force you to stop. It might be exhaustion so severe you cannot get out of bed. It might be an illness that seems to come out of nowhere. It might be pain that will not go away. And when that happens, everything I just promised you, all the open doors, all the divine appointments, all the momentum, will have to wait while you recover from something that could have been prevented. I am not telling you this to frighten you. I am telling you this because I love you too much to let you sabotage your own destiny through neglect. I am giving you a warning that most people never receive. I am showing you the danger before you step into it, giving you time to change course. This is my mercy, so here is what must happen. Starting today, you must restore the rhythm of rest that I built into creation itself. I created the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th, not because I was tired, but to establish a pattern for you to follow. Rest is not weakness. Rest is obedience. Rest is worship. When you rest, you declare that you trust me to handle what you cannot. When you refuse to rest, you declare that everything depends on you, which is pride that I will eventually have to break. You need to set boundaries around your sleep. No more staying up until the early morning hours working on projects that could wait or scrolling through content that adds nothing to your life. Your body repairs itself during sleep. Your mind processes and organizes during sleep. Your spirit connects with me more deeply during sleep. When you rob yourself of sleep, you rob yourself of healing, clarity, and communion with me. Go to bed at a consistent time. Aim for 7 to 8 hours. Turn off your screens at least 1 hour before bed and use that hour to read my word, to pray, to prepare your heart for rest. You must also change what you are putting into your body. I gave you a body designed to run on specific fuel, whole foods, clean water, nutrients that come from the earth I created, but you have been filling yourself with processed foods, chemical-laden drinks, and substances that are slowly poisoning your system. Every choice you make about what you eat and drink is either building your health or destroying it. There is no neutral ground. Start eating real food, vegetables and fruits that grow from soil, proteins that nourish your muscles, grains that sustain your energy, healthy fats that feed your brain. Drink water, pure water, not soda or energy drinks, or artificially sweetened substitutes. Your body is 70% water, and when you do not hydrate properly, everything suffers: your skin, your joints, your digestion, your ability to think clearly. I know this sounds simple, perhaps too simple, but the most powerful solutions often are. You do not need expensive supplements or complicated programs. You need to return to eating the way I designed you to eat, the way humans thrived for thousands of years before corporations began manufacturing food for profit rather than for health. And you must move your body. I designed you for movement, not for sitting motionless for 12 hours a day. Your muscles need to be used. Your heart needs to be challenged. Your lungs need to expand fully. Your joints need to flex and bend. When you live a sedentary life, everything stagnates. Your circulation, your lymphatic system, your energy, your mood, even your ability to hear my voice clearly. You do not need to become an athlete or spend hours in a gym. You simply need to move consistently. Walk for 30 minutes each morning, stretch before bed. Take stairs instead of elevators. Dance in your living room, play with your children. Just move your body the way I created it to move. But there is something else, something many people overlook. And it is perhaps the most important thing I will tell you about your health. You must deal with the emotional and spiritual toxins you have been carrying. Unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment, chronic anxiety, persistent fear. These are not merely feelings. They are spiritual forces that create physical consequences in your body. When you hold on to unforgiveness, it releases stress hormones into your bloodstream that weaken your immune system. When you carry chronic anxiety, it creates inflammation throughout your body that leads to disease. When you harbor bitterness, it literally poisons you from the inside out. Medical science is only beginning to understand what I have always known. Your emotional state directly affects your physical health. You need to forgive everyone who has hurt you, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve freedom. Forgiveness is not about them, it is about you. When you forgive, you are not saying what they did was acceptable. You are saying you refuse to let what they did continue to destroy you. Make a list if you need to. Write down every name, every wound, every betrayal. Then, one by one, speak forgiveness over them out loud. Say their name and say, "I forgive you for what you did. I release you from any debt you owe me. I release myself from the prison of unforgiveness." You may need to do this multiple times before you feel the weight lift, but keep doing it until freedom comes. You must also release the anxiety you carry about the future. You worry about provision, about relationships, about whether you are making the right decisions, about whether you will fulfill your purpose. But worry is meditation on the wrong things. When you worry, you rehearse disaster. When you trust me, you rehearse deliverance. Every time anxiety rises in your chest, stop and pray. Not a quick silent prayer in your head, but out loud. Speak my promises over your situation. Remind yourself who I am and what I have already done. Anxiety cannot survive in an atmosphere of praise and declaration, and you must guard what enters your mind, because your mind is a gateway. Whatever you allow through that gateway shapes your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. Right now, you are allowing too much garbage into your mind through what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, who you follow online. You need to be ruthless about this. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate or anxious. Stop watching programs that fill your mind with violence and darkness. Stop consuming news designed to keep you in a state of fear and outrage. These things are not neutral entertainment. They are shaping your worldview, and most of the time they shape it in ways that contradict my truth. Fill your mind with my word instead. Listen to worship. Read books that build your faith. Follow voices that speak life and truth. Your mind is like soil. Whatever you plant in it will grow. Plant weeds, and you will harvest weeds. Plant seeds of truth, and you will harvest a garden of peace. Now I need to address something difficult, something many people resist, but it is essential for your health and your future. You must evaluate your relationships and be willing to create distance from people who are toxic to your well-being. Not everyone in your life is good for you. Some people drain your energy every time you interact with them. Some constantly criticize, doubt, or try to pull you back into patterns you have outgrown. Some are so wounded that being around them is like standing next to someone bleeding. You cannot help but get blood on yourself. This does not mean you stop loving them. It does not mean you wish them harm, but it does mean you create healthy boundaries. You limit exposure. You stop making them your primary source of emotional support. You stop seeking their approval. I know this is difficult, especially if these people are family or longtime friends, but you cannot fulfill your destiny while carrying people determined to stay stuck. You cannot rise to where I am calling you while being weighed down by relationships that constantly pull you backward. There is a difference between helping someone who wants to grow and enabling someone who wants to stay the same. Learn to recognize that difference. Help the first. Create space from the second. My child, everything I have told you about your health is not separate from everything I told you about your destiny. They are connected. The blessing I am bringing requires a strong body to carry it. The doors I am opening require energy to walk through them. The influence I am giving you requires clarity of mind to steward it well. You cannot walk in your purpose if you are too exhausted to move. You cannot hear my voice clearly if your mind is clouded by poor nutrition and lack of sleep. You cannot love people well if you are carrying bitterness and unforgiveness. You cannot steward resources wisely if anxiety is making every decision for you. This is why I am speaking to you about both the spiritual shift and the physical preparation. They must happen together. The external doors are opening, but the internal house must be in order. The heavenly blessing is being released, but the earthly vessel must be ready to receive it. So I am calling you to a new level of discipline, not as punishment, but as preparation. I am calling you to honor the temple I gave you, not out of vanity, but out of obedience. I am calling you to take responsibility for what you can control while trusting me with what you cannot. When you do this, when you align your daily choices with your divine calling, when you steward your body as carefully as you steward your spirit, you will experience wholeness you never thought possible. You will not just survive your blessing, you will thrive in it. You will not just receive your purpose, you will fulfill it with strength and clarity and joy. Make the decision today, not tomorrow. Today, decide that you will honor me with your body, your mind, your time, your choices. Decide that you will be as intentional about your health as you are about your faith. Decide that you will do whatever it takes to be ready for what I am bringing, because I have not brought you this far to watch you fall apart now. I have not opened these doors just to see you too weak to walk through them. I have not shifted the atmosphere around your life only to watch you sabotage it through neglect. You are on the verge of your greatest season. Do not let anything, including your own carelessness, steal it from you. Walk in wisdom, walk in discipline, walk in health, and watch what I will do through a life that is fully surrendered and fully prepared. The shift has happened. The doors are open. Your season has changed. Now align yourself, body and spirit, with everything I am doing. Step into this moment fully ready, fully alive, fully equipped for everything I have called you to be. This is your time. This is your moment. This is what you were born for. Now walk into it with strength, with clarity, with wholeness, and with absolute trust that I am with you every step of the way.